High school students in Tacoma are participating in a creative project for a good cause.
Students will paint colorful murals on 6 storm drains around Point Defiance Marina to educate the public on the impacts of stormwater pollution. We get more now from Koopmans.
This project promotes the city's "If it hits the ground, it hits the sound" campaign. Cecil, how about you start us off here and tell us about that?
Yeah, for sure. So the city of Tacoma, in the environmental services group specifically, has this initiative to bring some awareness to stormwater drain pollution and the prevention of that. In Tacoma, all the storm drains lead right to the sound, and they don't go through any sort of filtration or anything like that. And it's an important thing for people to be paying attention to and thinking about, and it's obviously, it's easy to miss when you're up in town, and they've been putting these murals on storm drains to try to draw more attention to that in a way that kind of attracts people's attention, passes that message along at the same time. And so we've done that same thing at the marina in Tacoma, where we really are very directly on top of the sound, and those storm drains lead right into the water down below us, and so it's kind of...
Yeah, you just mentioned the importance that maybe people don't know about this, of being aware of it. What are some of the impacts of stormwater pollution? Why do people need to know about it and be aware?
Yeah, the Puget Sound that we live on, it is full of all kinds of sea life, flora and fauna. There's, we have whales, we have salmon, we have all kinds of things that rely on that being a healthy, clean ecosystem. And so, it's crucial, just like any other place that we don't want to be polluting, even more so in that really fragile environment. It's important that we do our best to keep it as balanced and clean as we can.
And we're going to be showing some pictures of these beautiful murals as well. Mary, let's bring you in for that part. How did this all come to be?
Well, my school always has a microterm at the end of the year. It's a class that is hopefully fun and engaging, like an enrichment for the students. And we like it to be project-based. And being the art teacher at SAMI, I often do murals with children and high school-age children. And this came up because I think Cecil and Rebecca from the city of Tacoma thought of it, presented it to our principal, and the principal of my school came to me and said, "Would you like to do this for a microterm?" And I thought it was a great idea. Each student designed their own version of what they thought would be a good message to put on the concrete. And then we selected the 6 that worked the best and worked the best together as a unit.
What impact do you want this to have on people when they see it? What do you want them to walk away with?
My hope locally at the murals themselves is that it just gets people excited about the fact that there is some color and some art and some brightness in that space. And they're set up in a way that sort of walks through the facility and they connect to one another. And so on a really basic level, I'd just like people to engage with it and walk along it and see all of them and kind of appreciate the art. And then hopefully that conveys the important message, again, with them having animals in there and talking about the things that live in this environment that are impacted by the pollution, that they maybe take away from that even when they're not right on the water and they can see the immediate impact of this pollution that we want to avoid, that when they bring that back home, when they're back in the neighborhoods they live in, that they keep that in mind, that whether they're washing their car or, things are going down the drain.
And Mary, what about you?
Well, when we were out there painting every day for at least 5 days, a lot of the general public came walking by and said thank you, and what you're doing is beautiful. I love what you're doing. So I already know that public art is really important to people, and they're always thanking us for that. But also, like Cecil said, it's the education about what you're throwing away or washing off is going into the sound, and be inspired to do the best we can to keep it clean.
All right, wonderful. Mary and